let's roll down crypto. Here to make you move. Why you ain't hitting that light? What you gotta prove? Show some love, hit that button, let's go. Ooh, subscribe, let's roll. Ooh, subscribe, let's roll. Charts on the wall, like a cowboy's pride. Bull runs coming, watch me take that ride. Fibonacci style, got the flow in my bones. I'm teaching y'all a game, no need to atone. No need to pay, it's free like the open road. But hit that like, don't leave me in cold. Why you not hitting that like button? Road dog, crypto knowledge hitting something. Hit subscribe, show some love, don't be frontin'. Fibonacci flow, watch the charts bumpin'. Golden ratios like the sun up high. Crypto got that groove, watch that market fly. Crypto beats like a fiddle, smooth and sweet. Step on the pedal, don't miss a beat. Road dog's a name, holding all the keys. But where that love, show me pretty, please. Oh, love you, boy. Record scratch in the mix, vibe deploys. Chant it loud, Fibonacci all day. Road dog, crypto lead the way. Woo! Why you not hitting that like button? Road dog, crypto knowledge hitting something. Hit subscribe, show some love, don't be frontin'. Fibonacci flow, watch the charts bumpin'.
Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. I'm the rookie roped in by the crypto thrill. Excitement's a stallion racing up the hill. Greed's my reins, tugging every rise. Fears a buck, wide in my wild eyes. Market's a stampede, trampling my schemes. Hope's a lasso, stitching up my dreams. Oh, I'm cackling through the dust, what a ride. Last leg's a hoedown, taking it in stride. I left too soon, heart pounding the beat. Greed's a bronco, knocking me off my feet. Panic's a gallop, selling at the dip. Hope's a wink, giving me a zip. Market's a corral, twisting my fate. Joy's a quick hoof, gone in a state. Oh, I'm sassing at the reins, total art. Cycles endgame, lighting up the dark. Raise my claim, dodge the bull's wild kick. Shake the jitters, make my dream click. Push the highs up at the wobbly sway. Feel the bounce, chase the payday. Oi, lift it, synth pulse, hoops collide like the dusty play. Raise my claim, hear my rowdy, yeah, twist. Is this a flop or a rodeo's cheeky trot? Shake it wild, give it a shot. Ooh, the cycle's my hoop, gains with a grin. Ooh, clink, no dust to begin. Raise my claim, dodge the bull's wild kick. Shake the jitters, make my dream click. Raise my claim, dodge the bull's wild kick. Shake the jitters, make my dream click.
I've been caught dumping Jane Street, May 7. Whoa, specs toast. Jane Street enjoys dumping. It's just as simple as that. Retail tears, extra seasoning. When Jane Street wants the profit, bro, we don't wait for it. Now Jane Street dumps right through the pool, dumps right through the pool. Hey, alright, if Jane Street gets by, it's mine, mine, all mine. Yeah, agents cry. Yeah, Jane Street's crude.
and hitting that like button. I just want to say thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, frogs and squirrels, welcome to Late Night Crypto with Rodeo. Bitcoin got a boner. Look at that thing right there sticking up. Man, went all the way up to 72,000 right there. Yeah, getting on up there, kind of in the bigger leagues there. Not back down here in the mediocre average range. We're gaining a little substance right there. Look at this trend line, beautiful breakout of that trend line. Now this triangular formation, I guess you would call that. Is that a flag to the upside? We had a nice little channel break up there, and we did a nice little move up, and here we are working our way to take out this high over here. Hopefully it's 74,000. We need to make a higher high, not a lower high. If we make a lower high, then we can make a lower low. Don't want to make a lower low right there at this point in the game if you're trying to be bullish. A lot of people are, well, they were kind of bearish. A lot of people I saw were kind of being bearish that we were getting ready to roll over here. But the moving averages are telling a different story if we're looking at them. If I can get to a chart that doesn't have just a bunch of googly gawk on it. Googly gawk. Oh, this was the fractal thing. I can't erase that one. We need to zoom out and go over that idea. Here's one we can sacrifice. Look, nailed our target today. Looky there. Nailed it. What was that target? I'm not even sure what that was, but it could go a little bit higher. We can sacrifice this little guy right here. Looky here. Look at these moving averages here on the 1 hour. Do you see how they came around and we flipped the ribbon? Right. The only one to go is this little red one right here. That's a 666 one. That's the little devil girl. She's a little feisty, that one right there. She's a little extra crispy and extra spicy. But all the other moving averages have flipped. Even the 100 just flipped over the 200. Now, that's kind of interesting because now 2 out of 3 times, this is my statistic, my observations, 2 out of 3 times when that little booger happens, we can come back down and talk to that 100 moving average, and that would suck. That would leave us with this big Batman pattern, and I do not like them little suckers at all. So we need to just carry our little happy asses up and take out this guy over here. No bearish retests or anything like that, because we don't need a Batman. Hail to the no. Hail to the no. This little guy right here, act like you don't see him right there. Well, look. Yeah, I don't need that dude. That would be messed up. Messed up would it be? Well, I need it to clear both of these areas, really. Because technically, I would be expecting this 113 area to be targeted. If we get rejected there, that sets us up where we might be coming back down to these other areas over here, and that might not be as fun as we would hope that it would be. But yeah, I could see that situation could be happening. And the other one over here, you actually need to take this guy out. We actually need to take this guy out at 74,000. Anything less than that is setting us up for a hopefully a higher low. But it would be a deep one in my personal opinion. We start getting into some of these other harmonic patterns. Right now, you got a breakout. So I don't want to negate that. That's cool. But as far as that breakout, look, it's a flag to the upside. And I know. I mean, your basic thing and your basic guru thing, your trading patterns 101 says put it at the breakout. And I actually get to put it down here. And your measured move is all the way up here to 76,500. What? We didn't get there yet. Shh. What are we clapping for? Yes! 70. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just trying to do what all the other big names do here on YouTube, trying to get that algorithm going. All right, so are you a follower then? All right, so we got a nice big breakout on the bigger things, and we could be soon that. That's not an impossible thing. If you look at it, even if you were looking at that idea as being some kind of a pennant or flag idea, or if you were looking at this as being some kind of big ass wide channel kind of idea, Dang. I mean, and you take the lines as best you can get. That's crazy, but you would have this, the width of this whole pattern here, and you put that in the breakout, and ironically it takes you right up to that same gosh darn spot almost. I trimmed it up just a wee bit. Measure moves will get you in the vicinity. They're not normally the most perfect accurate moves, like that you can see more often than not out of using the Fibonacci's, right? But they are useful, and sometimes they are pretty gosh darn accurate if you're careful with how you take them. But as a general rule, they're not the most accurate, but they could be. So we might have this. I'm looking for the idea of this little guy right here too. Are you the Dirty Sanchez? And the little bat pattern. The idea that could be playing here is not confirmed or done anything like it. There was an idea here, but now we got an idea to come up to 17272. Oh, that would be you, wouldn't it? Right up here. Yeah, 72. And we could be coming back to around this area, 886 retracement, about 66. We could be doing that, making a big, a lot more sideways than anything else in this kind of bigger ass accumulation zone. That could be what we're looking for. You would hope that if we make a lower high over here and not take this guy out, that we would at least make a higher low, and that we would kind of respect maybe some semblance of a trend line that we may have going. Now, are you the 786? Okay. You shouldn't be. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for the 886. So that could be one scenario I'm looking for, and that would look like, oh man, we broke out of this pattern, and then we got up, and it's a fake out. Gosh darn, market makers, it's a fake out. But it was really just, a Fibonacci place for it to roll over and do something now. I don't know. Nothing's happened yet. These are just some ponderings that we're doing, some speculations, if you will. What I do like is the curvature that I see here. I'm a sucker for that old curvature, let me tell you. But she's got the little bit of the parabolical touch of. Let me see if I can move you out of the way of there. Nice little respect of the curvages, I believe, and I always interpret this also with the straight line. That gives me my lines in the sand. Follow this trend line here after this breakout. We don't need you anymore. Your kind of history right there. The only ones that matter right now, this one and this one. And whatever horizontal areas that we got over here right ahead at 74,000, just a little wee bit above that. We need to come take that one now, but let's zoom out. Don't forget where we come from before we try to figure out where we're going. Gosh darn it, we might be just cutting it a little bit way too short. This high over here at 97,000 that we had way back in January. We thought, gosh darn, we're getting ready to go back, make an all-time new high. And then this new low that slapped our asses down here about 60,000. We got past our coulda, woulda, shoulda. Man, I wish that I'd bought a lot more Bitcoin when it was under 68,900. The zone of missed opportunities and the zone of regrets right here. Now, are you feeling it? Are you feeling it now that we're at 71,000? You're like, yeah, I did have a chance to get it down at 66,000, but I just, I didn't hold on to it. I just kind of let it go, and, I didn't have the confidence. I was afraid it was going to go down lower, and I was planning on getting it lower. But when she got down to 48,000, but we're back at 71. Don't know what to do. Got a ribbon flip going on. That's usually a trend change, ladies and gentlemen. Here on it's just the 1 hour. Probably need to zoom out a little bit. But let's get some of the more sensible targets. We almost hit the 382, but we didn't. We lost it, scared everybody, and then everybody was saying, "Yep, this is it. This is the big move down." Definitely a short right here. That was the fake out. We're going down. This is it. And it could have been the swing failure pattern, but it never did come back down to bottoms, did it? Nope. Still, we're going right back up toward it. This is starting to look a little bit more like a trend change. This is what we were looking at before, breaking out of this idea of retesting and breaking out. I don't guess we need you anymore, do we? Nor do we need you. I'm just going to get rid of all your alls. All right, so This area over here about 78,900. Well, that's a curious little monster to look at. That might be an area we need to look at. But as quickly as we drop down through these areas, we might just quickly rise through those ranks and quickly start heading back up to test 83,000. I can't believe that's coming out of my mouth. Really? 83,000? 366? Really? 'Tis what the Fibonacci says, and you know how the Fibonacci do when she starts a talking. She don't shut up. 786 is a nice little area to look for where we were trying to hold over here. Believe it or not, back about 89,000, almost $90,000. I can't believe that's coming out of your mouth. You're sounding like you're way bullish. Everybody else is way bearish. They're probably not going to be bearish tomorrow when they see that big boner sticking up right there. How do you want to explain that? I mean, you walk in and see that thing there. How are you going to explain that away, huh? Yeah, you can. That one's there and it's growing. That's a grower and a shower right there. Oh God, Miss Lucy, she's over there. I just saw Miss Lucy over there. You gotta watch her around the growers and the showers though. Miss Lucy, we need to get you off of here. My bad, my apologies. You guys probably said something in the chat and like, why don't he ever get in the chat? Why don't we get over here to the chat and say hello to all these fine people? We got 11 of the coolest kids ever hanging out with the turkey tonight. How we doing, people? We got Strega, who was first in the chat. Shout out to you, Strega. You get the whole clap tonight. Hey, I'm watching you, Hansy. Got to look out for Jenny. Good Lord, I don't need to go another HR wild goose chase again. We got Dave P in the house. How's it going, Dave? And Duality C, Society X Entertainment. Bitcoin got me stuck. Oh no, stuck in the middle with you. Ha ha. That was clever. That was clever. Well, that almost reminds me of. Oh, is it what? Right now? Oh, I'm sorry. It's break time. I'll be back in just a few seconds, ladies and gentlemen. It's break time. That's a legal requirement now, I guess. Okay. All right. Anyway, here's some good ass coffee.
The morning's gray. The clock's a foe. The world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow. Good ass coffee's here, you know. Oh, the best part of waking up is good ass coffee in your cup.
That got Kentucky in it. What? Hello, got some hello. Some good ass coffee, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you need to keep you up all night. DP says turkeys to the left, me stuck in the middle with you. I like that song. That's a cool song. Oh, did I pass through everybody? Okay, I think I got everybody so far. We got Tony Gold. Tony Gold 410 backup phone. Oh my. Bitcoin. What are you doing? That was a clever typo. We got Joe from Trade Intuition says smash the like button. For those of you who don't know, Joe is a fellow YouTuber. He streams a little bit before me, about 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to check him out, if you haven't already, go over there, give him a like and subscribe, and listen to the alpha as he goes over the trading mindset and chart setups and everything. All the good goods right over there with Joe. I lost the chat. You guys run off really quick. Y'all good. I sing cockroaches almost move that fast. That was really. Strega says, what? Elvis, is that you? Hell, we found Elvis, man. I thought he was a goner. I really thought he was a goner. Strega says, I wasn't first. UIDC was first, I believe. Hey, well, shout out to you, UIDC. And shout out to Strega. That was a clear sign of integrity, my man. Shout out to you. Badges of honor. Maybe it was Ave. It was somebody. It wasn't me, but it was somebody. I don't know. I scroll it up. You're the first one I got, and sometimes it's not always accurate, but I only got what I got. And if that's all we got, that's all we got. Or that other person. Probably them. Probably them. Well, Bitcoin on the 1 hour is boring AF to watch, but it has got a nice ribbon flip going on over there. Let's check out other indicators. I want to back it up to the 4 hour and kind of look at the moving averages over here. Here I've got the white 100 crossing the yellow 200 moving average. That's good. Remember, 2 out of 3 times when that happens, there could be a pullback. I don't see it happening here. So, whoo, that's because that sucks when that happens a lot of times. That's a flag to the upside. That's amazing. Or was it? No. I was looking for a retest, but you went too deep. That's the problem with them big. Wow, we came through on the 4 hour. You came through a green cloud. That's highly unusual. And we're above a red cloud. This is totally back asswards. And I rarely come across it. Now, sometimes I'll come across an oddball time frame and I'll see that happen, but I don't usually see it happen on the 4 hour. You don't usually do that. I don't know if I trust that. I don't know what to make of that. We want to be above a little green cloud that looks like this. And this not normally on the 4, on the 6 hour to 8 hour, I might expect that. 8 hour looks good, man. Look at that cloud setup. That's what we want to see. That looks beautiful. That looks magnificent. I would give you like a 9.9 or 9.8 maybe. I don't know. That's looking very nice for the Bitcoin. Look at this beautiful area that we got from candle bodies over here where we started. I didn't need to take it down here to that candle body. Big old candle body. Before we got down there and did all that nasty, we were looking at this kind of area, and then we went down here and wiped that out. Not just once, but 2 times. And then we came up here and just bejaggled everybody in this range. That was a nice little shakeout when you look at it that way. Like boring Bitcoin, boring. Look, I'm up. Look, I'm down. Look, flag to the upside. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, man, dang market makers. Look, it's short time. Nope. Oh, dang those market makers. Flag to the upside. Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, I called it. Pre-called bottom. All right, just a wild ride here in crypto. Now we got the little curving side move happening over here. I kind of like that. It's kind of sexy. That underwire thing going on over here, whatever, curving us to the upside, higher lows, higher highs, and we just got to take this guy out. I think I've said that 3 or 4 times, but it looks good to me. I likes it. Some people are scared to death of it. I'm like, why? I mean, we got a nice little idea here. That's my major trend lines right there. Do we have something else going on over here? Maybe. If so, higher high looks like we're pointing toward this little guy right over here. About 76,500-ish, 500, 600-ish area right there. Say it ain't so, but it is so. It could be so. I don't know so. I know nothing but the fact that my fib is itching like crazy today. That's right up by my 272 area, mister. That's getting me excited about these kind of moves over here. 76.3. Nice way to go there. I kind of like it. So I like the 8 hour. I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin, that we're trying to go up to some of these areas. What will happen after we get to those areas? I would expect it does what price action normally does, is go up and then come back down a little bit and then try to go back up again. And we just, try to figure it out. And then it does something stupid or it doesn't do something stupid on us. It just fakes us out and then goes around sideways. It's like, oh, I didn't see that coming, man. How'd you do that? And then, and then it goes, it's typical crypto price action over here. Ladies and gentlemen, let me come over to the chat. 14 people, the coolest people hanging out. It was the other Ave. The other Ave? Stolen Valor. We're off first to rip. It's over $1. Is it really? Is it up? Yeah, I'm going to put that on my list tonight. If you got a coin that you'd like me to take a look at, this would be a great time for me to do this before I go take a look at the indices real quick so we can get a feel of the market weather here to know if it's worthy of trading or not, or what kind of trading weather we can expect. That's why I go check those things out. I think it should be everybody's habit to at least do some of those. There it is. Submit your coin request for live analysis. Priority goes to members and super chats. PMO says River. Cross that out. It was from the old list right there. I'm recycling my toilet paper. All right. Ave says Milky cereal. Sounds like something that I would like to eat late at night. When Milky. All right, well, I'm going to continue right over here to our indices, and here we see that altcoins are finally feeling a little bit more frisky. That little range that we were in between the yellow lemon and the lime green lines over here, the little zone of Sprite and 7-Up area over here, decided to break on out. It might be leaning a little bit more toward the darker cola area over here. That might be kind of interesting. There's no need for some stray random yellow lines hanging out here, mister. It's gotta mean something. Well, since we already used these guys and don't need those guys anymore, I guess we should probably see, well, what else could we be looking at right here since we got this breakout of this bigger ass pattern and got some volume, but nothing great. We've just been in the sideways range for altcoins. They've been dead forever. Since we were over here complaining about, dang, man, we came all the way back down here, but at least we got some trend line support possible. Look, we should go up now. Oh, crap. Well, maybe we should come down a little bit. And then a little bit turned into a whole lot more than I wanted to bargain for as we started dropping like hell over here. I'm just going to leave this up here for history's sakes. But this is the pattern that we're in. The bullish megaphone is the easiest way to say it. Rather than a broadening falling wedge or a descending broadening wedge or whatever boring nerd speak we want to use in pattern trading language. Bukowski's really good at that, and some other places are too. But a partial decline right here is exactly what we look for a breakup. And yeah, we've had it for a long time and for a breakout, and that breakout kind of sucked, if I must say so. It's a sucky breakout, but at least we came back down to this 618 area and caught a little traction, right? So maybe we'll get something. Maybe we'll get a nibble. So what we can do is get rid of some of this older information, which is just cluttering up my screen. Naughty. And let's go over here to that very high right there and drop it. Drop it like it's hot all the way down to this very low. And see, we just got over that little zone of accumulation and zone of regrets right there. One side was good, the other side, or one side was good, the other side was, one side was, oh no, the other side was feel good, feel bad, feel good. Anyway, the smart money was buying over here, and then we start exiting our little happy asses over to these areas, about 749 billion. Oh crap, that happened again. Sean, we got to get that fixed. That's annoying AF. There we go. But that's not the fun one. The fun one is really right back up here testing that trend line. So maybe, I mean, we've been looking for the idea for it to come back up and retest this trend line, whether it rolls over or gets mystically bullish all of a sudden and we go to full-fledged altcoin season, go up and straight to the moon forever. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but you know, I would at least look for this guy to be tested. This is also a common area where they're shorted out, so be a nice little place to go up and roll over for some of these altcoins. Translation is that we could be starting to get a little juicy as we go into this weekend and into next weekend. Hopefully it'll go into next weekend. We won't still be in this godforsaken range any freaking more. We might see a little give and take and just work our little happy asses up there before we get a bigger pullback. Or if you want to be that moon doggy, but I think it's going to do this, then it's going to bull to the upside. I'm packing up now. Maybe. If you did, you look like a genius for buying down here. We did get back in here and never ever saw this area ever again for altcoins. I would say, well done, sir. Well done. However, if it just rolls over and we come up and roll over and we find ourselves down here after you pulled that move and did not mitigate that move, they're all going to laugh at you. They're all going to laugh at you. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why I watch this show either, but we're here. Thank you for being here. Let me give you guys a hand. Yeah. Bribe them so they won't run out the door. Well, we got one things that other channels just don't seem to have here at Road Dog Crypto, and that is quick commercials.
Crypto cowboys, moon or alimony bags. Subscribe to Road Dog Crypto now. Like or bear eats you. Better call Road Dog.
And we're back. Wow, that was so, quick. Dude, 14 people, the coolest people ever hanging out with the turkey. Hit that like button if you don't mind. So we're looking for possibly a little accumulation of altcoins, like they're going to come up and start doing a little something, you know, maybe. That's what we're hoping for. If not, then they continue to go to hell. And we don't want that to happen. But a realistic way to look at it would be we could be coming up. I've been saying this for the longest time. It's never happened, so it makes me look like a liar, but still the same. I'm still sticking with the same story. We could be coming up to this area that we lost over here. Remember that area? With a beautiful inverted bearish bat pattern, which was part of our downfall. But we could be doing something like that. It could be. I don't know. But this would be the fun part that I want to ride to the upside if I get the opportunity on some of these altcoins. That's what I've got on total 3. We just got to quickly take a look over here at Bitcoin dominance. We need it to go down. It's working on it. Higher lows. Quit going up, Bitcoin. We need your dominance. We need you to just fall down, and we need it down here. That's what we need. Down. I'll draw you a little. I'll help you out right here. If you can fall down here, this is what we need. This is the direction we need you to go. Thank you for your participation. And then, of course, we got this with stable coins. Hey, man, they're starting to come down too. The closer we get down to these lines over here, the better we saw the altcoins with profit. And, you know, have altcoin season, but while we're way up here, it's like, I don't care. If it keeps going up this way, it's no bueno. We need it to not make any higher highs over here. We got a 1, 2, 3. We could be pulling back a little bit, and then before we go back up. So I think we got a short little season, maybe a couple of weeks here. We might be seeing a little fun out of these altcoins. We need to start taking a look at them right now, I believe this. Let me do one other thing over here. Let's make sure that we hit some resistance. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Yes, we did. Look at that. 886. Yeah, it's time for a pullback for you. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, I'm announcing that it's time to start looking for some altcoins. And here is the, I don't know. It looks like our dang rollover to me. I hope it's not. Standard Poor 500. I'm just concerned because this was a major target area that we did hit. I mean, great that we did it, but I can't see us continuing past that without a nice pullback somehow. And I would be at minimum looking here, and there are definitely other places we could pull back to. But that would be a nice place to test over here. I don't know, but that would suck and probably scare the market and probably translate over to, well, there goes crypto again. Gosh darn it. We thought 2026 was going to be good, but then when everything fell out of all the markets, I don't know. The Antichrist is here. I don't know what the situation would be, but that's all I got for these boring ass indices. Sorry it's so boring, everybody, but that's just what it is. If we come over to the 6-minute degen chart over here for Bitcoin, you can see that flag to the upside looks kind of droopy over here. Oh, poor flag. What's got you down, man? Is it because you lost your freaking trend line? And this is when I don't trust them. This is when you say, oh, flag to the upside. Look like it no fly no more. It more likely coming down. No flaggy. But we'll just crank it up until it touches a 21 somewhere. Okay, we'll just wait till it touches this 21. If I go in between those minutes, 6 and 15, maybe I can find one where we're at the 21 and then we're good, right? Anyway, probably to come on down a little bit. And I'd be looking for. I would actually be looking at a 0.5 for this move here, somewhere about right at the 50 moving. Well, even the moving average strategy tells you would be hitting that area. Okay, so there's confluence here with the top of this little whatever line, channel-ish line, area, zone-ish area, which I think is a 236 fib, right? And then 70,009, right at 71,000, right at 71. And if we can catch a little bounce there and we can form another angle trend line, it'll only have two touches at that point. That would be quite acceptable. But it might come on down a little further. No guarantees in this here rodeo, but that's a nice place to look for a little bit of support there. All right, Bitcoinio. We're done with you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's come back to the chat. See who we have not scared out of this crazy show. Filthy Milfy's remix. That sounds awesome. Como Funeral. There's a link to the video right there. When I'm on my yacht and in my Lambo, I like to listen to Road Dogg crypto music. Gently used Tambo. Can you wear a Tambo out? What kind of mileage can you get on one of them there Tambos? Do they take a lot of wear and tear? How often do you have to replace the rubbers on those Tambos? We got Tommy 2 Liters in the house. How you doing, Tommy? Good to see you, my man. And FCL77 says, smash that like. I like the way you're talking right there. That sounds awful kosher. Not that I'm Jewish or anything, but I have seen kosher salt, so I know what kosher looks like. Meat and potatoes. That sounds kosher. It would go good with salt. Pizzerola definitely has a lot of salt. Definitely kosher. Kosher does not mean salt, but it is salt. There is kosher salt. Yeah. You got some kosher pickles too. Some pasteurized milk, whole milk, raw milk, goat milk. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at River. That was a request from way back in the day before we, grew a 5 o'clock shadow 2 days in a row. And now it's a beard, making us look like a homeless person in our own house. All right, so this is River doing what River does, which is pretty much just frustrate the hell out of me most of the time when I try to trade it, because this thing can freaking range on your ass. Is this a inverted head and shoulder type pattern? I like the roundiness of it. You can't get past the roundiness, man. That roundiness is what we need to look at all the time. It's kind of hard not to look at the roundiness. Whatever kind of roundy bottoms that we got going on over there, they're worth going over and taking a little smack at, in my personal opinion. Other people disagree, but I don't know. I would remove all these drawings just so we can just start all over again, because why not? Just to recalibrate our thinking over here from swing high at $88 on River. That's freaking nuts and crazy. Where it came all the way over here to around 669-ish. So a target area, our big ass accumulation zone is technically $26 underneath. And wow. So the wild thing is, as fast as it went up and as fast as it comes down, it can do that crap again. If I'm not mistaken, River has some pretty decent tokenomics, right? I don't think it's really much of a use case or anything, but it's got some tokenomics on its side. It only has 100 million coins, and there's only 19.6 million of them out right now. And what are you? River's building a chain abstraction stablecoin system that enables cross-chain collateral yield and liquidity all without bridging. First, I thought there was just a bunch of bull crap, and I guess because but it's on base too, just because it's over on BNB, because you can hear a lot of far-fetched stuff over on BNB, but it's also on base. Wouldn't it be crazy if this turns out to be a legit project after all? Maybe it is. I don't know. I just know the price action would be crazy, yeah. But the possible inverted head and shoulder idea going on over here, and neckline is going to be a little tricky dicky on this one. I guess your best point is just to set your right there. And she may be getting a breakout on it. It's got a slanted neckline. The inverted head and shoulders. It was what's that guy from McDonald's commercial? Well, he's not on there anymore, but he used to be purple. I forgot his name. Started with a G or something, right? It was a big old purple blob. Looked like this guy. Like if he's trying to be Kilroy. Like this. I keep wanting to say Gremlin, but Gremlin's not it. I forgot what the little guy's name was. All right, so we getting a break yet? The eyeballs tell us that we can get a measured move here. At the breakout might be taking us all the way up here to 31.74. You know what's so cool about these breakouts on these inverted head and shoulders? They got about 64% chance to break to the upside. They also have about a 63% chance to carry their little happy asses right back down to this breakout point. They do it a lot. And just when you think you're away from it and it's not going to do it, it doesn't. So always keep that in mind, that this may not be the last time that we absolutely see this $18.60, $18.70 area, okay? I mean, after it gets on good up around $30 and you wish you got it, and you said, well, okay, when it comes down to 26, I'm stocking up, and then it drops down to 18 and you feel like a hill. Just remember, if you know this ahead of time, you won't do that. You're like, well, maybe I'll make a plan to where I can kind of layer in or whatever, or wait till we get down to the 18 whatever area we are here, 18.5, 18.6, 18.7. Maybe. I'm on the big ass goober time frames, the old boomer time frames is what I'm trying to say. I like the 4 hours so I can look for the ribbon flip. Those are always good before we get up swings. Find those. Looks like you're trying to give us a little pullback here right now. You're getting a little tired, River. You've been chasing it up there too high. That's what I'm getting over here on the 4 hour. Not just there, MACD started to tail on it too. She's a little snitch when she starts drinking, man. She'll tell everything she knows. You gotta watch out for MACD. She'll snitch you out. That mean in a loving way. And you can't blame her because she's usually drunk when she does it. But my gosh darn it, you gotta watch her sometimes. That 1 hour looking kind of frisky. Will it roll or will it go? All right, River, I think you could be coming down just a wee little bit and a wee little smidgens. I'll be looking for a shallow pullback to the 382s, the first place I'll be looking at. They'll be testing this little guy right over here. Oh, if you do that right. Oh, did you have anything before? Oh, you already had something before this. Okay, never mind. I was counting waves. One. Okay, never mind. I thought, well, I guess we could from here though, because this did its little thingy thing, right? Then 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, he's doing it! No, don't turn it into an Elliott counter. What, you were sitting here all night going over all the dang possible scenarios, possible wave counts and directions, and blah 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 blah. It's kind of fun to listen to actually if you got nothing else to do. And there are some learning. I actually watched somebody do that on the regular now, but my gosh. They're easier to watch, but it is a lot of speculation there. It can be a very subjective method. Therefore, I simplify it to a 1 hump, a 2 hump, a 3 hump, a dump. We do it again, or try to, if everything works out. So we got 1, 2. Can we get our 3rd hump before we get our dump? That is Elliott Wave in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen. And scene. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to have some good ass coffee. What? Okay. All right. I'll be right there. All right. Okay. Be right back, people.
The morning's gray, the clocks are full. The world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow.
Good ass coffee.
As coffee's here, you know. Oh, the best part of waking up.
Good
is
ass
coffee in your cup. Sip it smooth, feel the rush. Oh, darling, nothing else can hush the blues that brew till the sun pops up.
Good ass coffee! It's the boldest, best coffee you'll ever have. Get your good ass coffee today!
Well, all right. So, what was that? Grimace. Grimace is Grover's older brother. It was Grimace, wasn't it? That was the McDonald's character. That was it. Thank you for that. Grimace hit the gritty. River makes me quiver, says Ave. And don't beat your liver. Only drink river. Grimace, says PMO. Yeah, that was it. That was the dude. Pull up to the curves. Team in the air pizza rolla. Curve, that's also a booger, spider, bat, monkey, devious little bastard crawling up on me. Road Dog sponsors us some good ass coffee. Coffee that's good and ass at the same time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at River, which I think is coming back for a little bit of a pullback. I'm just saying, I don't know, maybe not. We would hope that we'd always respect this trend line, just come back down to about 1612, maybe, right in that area. 200 moving average, 50 moving average is probably what it's going to test. If it loses 21, I'd be eyeballing the 50. Loses the 50, I'll be looking at the 100 down here about 1466. So we don't want to lose the 50. And that's on the 1 hour time frame. That's right at $16 ish. Might be a play there. And if it did come back and go back to where we were and, be a 14% move, that could be working on a bigger move. That'd be cool. Let's take a look at REP. This is Augur. It's over on Kraken. Oh, it's 82 on the 1 hour. I thought it was above $1. I got 82. Haha, made you look. Gosh darn it. I feel like I've just been trolled. I don't know why. This one I'm keeping an eye on it because overall anywhere under $1 is a pretty good place to get it. Looking at the bigger picture of possibilities if we get a little run up, because we would, at least target. At least think of this. We hoping we're getting over here somewhere around 285, 267, right? So to get party started, and maybe it'll go up to $1 million, and we'll all, just have mansions in the sky and everything else. Oh, those silly dreams could come true. But for the shorter term, like being over periods of weeks and months, maybe we could be looking at maybe 164, maybe 127 that we could find ourselves coming up and tapping on this one. And maybe looking at our all-time our higher right here at our 113 Fibonacci usually is there. Oh, we went to 245. What if? That's a whopping 200% come up. Now that might take a year and forever for it to ever happen, if it never ever does. But I think we might be in some accumulation, and I'm keeping my eye on it. There's so many, and it was one of the OG, kind of like poly market places, and they got in trouble because they didn't want crypto doing stuff like that, man. But so they kind of got the shaft on all that. But it's like, you know, they had a whole place set up, like a casino or a mall or something, whole place set up, and just nobody was there, like an empty, walking into a ghost mall or something, dude. So they're supposed to be rebooting and trying it all over again. And so I know, but we're kind of getting saturated with all these. And I think that's part of the reason why we're not seeing altcoins do as good, because we got the prediction markets. I think that's where the degens are heading these days. Those gosh darn kids, those crazy annex. First it was crypto, now it's those prediction markets, and that seems to be where all the money's at. Don't worry, crypto will find its way over there too. I think we're already starting to see it on some of our exchanges. Another thing, we need to take the steam out of altcoins. Anita Cho, can you look at, is it ladies? Some people say I'm psychic. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but if a lady named Anita comes on, it's probably most of the ladies. I don't know, but I just get the hunch. Getting it? We'll put ladies on the list over here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's go over to our dastardly altcoins and see what's going on them for the daily. Looks kind of juicy for the most part. 2 to 3% up across the board, across the 100, 200, 300 top levels there. Market cap rank. Wait, you should come over here at CoinGecko. Look at the gainers and the losers. Make fun of the losers. And out of the top 300, the ones that seem to be getting all the love today is, of course, River. We looked at that. Tau BitTensor. We looked at that one. Yeah, let's do a check Mick on it. See how it's doing. How our setups looked over on that one. Fun. Getting a little bit of action over there. Virtuals. It's still about the same, aren't you? Finally made it 70-something cents, though. That's cool. My little coin Decred is taking a little vacation. She's coming down. I believe she's got a little range down there, especially against Bitcoin. What else have we got over here we'll take a look at? We looked at XPL. All right, well, let's come over and let's take a look at a few of these coins here, like Tau. You guys remember Tau? It was the hot shazizzle. Gosh darn it. Are you going to do this to me again? What the hell is this? Did I move you? That doesn't even make sense. You're not even starting anywhere. What the hell? If I didn't come back and look at that, I would think I had something. What is that? All right, well, let's... whatever all this was. Been a minute since I've looked at a Tau. Well, it was probably about right where we are now, but those prices just leveled out, just staying here, not doing a gosh darn thing. And after we came down to $145, this is what Tau looks like overall. Now, I remember it being out when it first started, and it wasn't way over here, so that was whenever Binance started listing it. I don't remember it ever being at $1,200 though. But if Binance was listing it on that day, I'm sure they helped run it up there so they could fleece everybody out of it. I'm sure that's probably a possibility. Not pointing fingers or anything. I mean, they're very clever over there. Anywhere below 279 is still overall a pretty good place to get this. Got to break out of that zone. Got to break on through to the other side. So said Jim Morrison before he died. I guess he made it to that other side, didn't he? Let's look a little bit more local over here. Boy, those fibs don't line up as well over here. What you got going on? Do we have enough? Is that correction? What we got? if we bottom, I'm not convinced that Tau's bottomed out just yet. Not convinced that it's reached its bottom just yet. Well, if it has, it's not. Oh, wait a minute. What's that? No, that's. No, I'm still seeing some lower areas they can get down to as far as, $85, $95. Not right now, but I mean, I can still see that. We might have a local bottom that we can play with. Oh gosh, better get your gloves on, playing with bottoms again. Local bottoms. So, well, at least we know them. They've been around here a while. Well, what got candlesticked over here, so I don't know. Let's that's still good. I think we should play this a little bit more local. So if we're playing it local, then right over here is the accumulation zone, and that's what we're testing right now, about 233 out of this. Don't know if this is going to where we get the breakup or not. 9 hasn't crossed over the 21 moving average. If it did, I would think we're getting ready to go for it. Ichimoku cloud looks kind of inviting. This is the 3-day chart, looking a little frisky. Stochastics are kind of up at the high, so might be getting a little bit tired over here, a little bit over vault. So we're going to come down to the daily for this guy and look at it. Here we are testing that area that we lost over here. Got a little slanted line over here pointing to some diagonal resistance. If we were to break out, we would probably bump our head somewhere around 270. Which is what that trend line says. Yeah, you come up here, I'm slapping you down, bitch. I tried to talk to Dota not to cuss on the show, but it does it anyway. Some of these coins have that talk that way. I am just a chart interpreter. I'm a performance chartist, ladies and gentlemen. That's a little breakout, lackluster volumes while we got some lackluster price action. Look, is that an Adam and Eve? Is that what that? It looks like it could be, Sherlock. A pointy and a roundy. And we like the roundies. But you also got just a basic trend line coming up that we just need to do a 1 hump, a 2 hump, a 3 hump, and dump, unless we're just kind of curve on up to the other side, taking off like a rocket, not stopping. And I'm cool with that too, just saying. But we do make it up through here. I would say 292 would be. That would be a serious place to think that we probably get slapped down. I'm sure we can probably go higher, 310, 3, maybe make it a 320. Who the hell knows? I don't know. I said 320, not 420, Sean. I knew that's coming. I knew it was coming. Anyway. I'm looking right over here about this 200 daily moving average. We can try to get up there. Don't know if we will succeed. Remember, there is resistance up ahead. It may cut us off short around 270-ish, but we should try. Buckle up, Buttercup. It's gonna get frisky. Come down to the 4 hour. What are you looking like over here? Besides being the resistance at Miss Lucy. I see what you're doing. I see who you're talking to right there. You're talking to the devil. You're talking to Satan. The devil. Is that devil going to reject you back down? Needs to slap your ass down. Why'd you run up to the devil? You don't ever run up to the devil. That's a 666 moving average. It just went right up there. Got a little boner right on up there to it. Look at right those candles. What are you doing up there? We got some crosses going on over here. You need some crosses in your life. All right, so 4 hour, 9 crossing the 360 moving average. That's a big one. We got our ribbon flip way back over here on the regular ribbon. This is the normal one I start out with. I just got these bigger guys to help me look at larger momentum. Bigger waves in the ocean, ladies and gentlemen. But here's where all the ocean that carries our price action comes from. And we flipped that ribbon back about 180. So you snooze, you lose, babe. That's all I got to say. Could have played this thing up for 28% gains. I don't have it either, other than what I've held this whole time. And still mostly cheaper than what I bought it from here. And we looking at Tau back when it was $50 to $78, right in that range. Well, I started buying some and trying to build up a bag of it. did end up buying some a lot through these, even through these same areas when we were back here before. They say it might be the thing. I don't know. I just got mine staking, and I probably need to check on it and see if it's earned me any more tau. Oh, I kind of like what I'm seeing right there. Let me come over and say hello to the chat. Like the kind that sticks to the roof of your mouth and he needs some milky milk to wash it down. I believe that's what the lyric said. No, he's all up in his biff. A second tanker has hit the biff, or has hit the draw. Oh man, you know, I almost forgot about my trade that I'm. Did we get hit? Are we good? Wait a minute. This is Niles. This is oil. So if tankers are getting hit, how they acting over here? Are they acting kind of foolish? Oh man, I'm telling you, he's a tricky one to trade on those 10x leverage plays that they got over there on Coinbase, but it's fun. It is a lot like how, you know, altcoins used to be, especially with leverage, and you think it's going to keep on going in one way, and all of a sudden, hell no. Hell no. Especially when they stop the market, and then all of a sudden that momentum's gone, and maybe it reverses. But they stop it for an hour and do some other stuff, and some crazy rules going on how you got to trade it, and blah, 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 blah. Sounds like a bunch of crap. Anyway. He's trying to do some stuff over here on the 6-minute time frame. Now, and this was cool, man. I mean, imagine this when it dropped over here and everybody got scared AF. But wow, what entries are getting in around $70, even $80 now if you could have held on to that. But from those areas up 25%, not bad. It's been a nice one. Held these areas. I wish I had got into it earlier. I didn't really have a place to trade it. These are the Fibonacci areas that we're looking at right here. This is the 382 that we got rejected off of. We're finally starting to reclaim it again, and hopefully this time it'll freaking stick. I mean, my gosh, come on. Can we just if you're going to do it, just do it. Can you just like go up here? So my next target is pretty much $100, and I don't know. You know, they're releasing oil, trying to help bring prices down, and sometimes you can definitely feel it with this because at the news, I don't know what causes it, the news or the actual actions. I think it's just the news and anxiety, and oh no, I gotta sell now. But it does very well at respecting the Fibonacci's and the resistance areas there. And if you can just make sure that you take the profits. So we're trying to head up a little higher, this 0.5 Fibonacci area, right about 100, I believe. And from $96 up to there, just a measly $4 and a measly 4%. That's crazy how that works to 100 and like a percentage almost. That's crazy. That sounds like math. Anyway, a whopping 4%, but on 10x leverage, the way they got it structured on NOLs, NOLs, it's macro or nano crude oil futures. I've looked at trading some of the other commodities over there, but you got to have a pretty large position size, like $500 or $1,000 to trade some of these commodities by the lot size that you have to buy. Like even trading silver was a big thing on the futures part of it, Coinbase. And I hope that the Coinbase Pro, I'm just using the regular Coinbase app, but it's janky AF, man. You can't do anything timely right there at all. So I guess I need to check out the Coinbase app or either do it on my computer if I want the actual. Hopefully that'll work better. That thing is freezes up all the damn time. Never know if your price is updated or not. It's a piece of crap. But for oil, I'm usually watching it. Believe this or not, but I usually watch it on the I watch it on my phone on the 1 minute, and I watch it on my screen on the 10-second because it kind of moves slow. And with, you know, you can see what's been going on for the last few days here, and blah 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 blah. But oil, that dirty thing. Oh, you got a big ass breakout. I thought we were coming down here. But if I line you up right, you're just laying right on top of there, and that's a nice, perfect retest of that. Wait a minute, do we get you perfect? These you have to be, you guys to be perfect. Doesn't have to be perfect, but as accurate as you can get over here with some rules. This is a 10-second chart, by the way, but you got a breakout, right? And even if you just go by the old measure move rule over here, which is, it's got the reasons to be accurate. Suggest we might be coming up to $98 for noodles, or WTI. It's the same thing, the tokenized versions of WTI, sweet crude oil. This is the nano futures. But we pull our fibs, we can get some more insight in this big noisy area right over here where everybody's like, I don't know what's going on, this is choppy, all the gains that were taken from shorts and whatever was, you know, chop, and that's how they take the money back from you. Yeah, they do it on oil too. Pretty gosh darn good at it. They can get you with these big wick outs right here. You're like, they get you low into price action where it just barely does anything, right, when it's going up. But it's going up, so you're like, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. It's taking this out. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, am I going a little bit of a tear? Yeah, man, make you chase. I better get something before it goes up. Well, this is it, buddy. That's that. Everybody in. We just cleared this area right here, that big double bottom. We're going up, man. We got a measure move to the upside. And then we come down. And look at it doing it right now. Are you doing it right now, you dirty little dog? Right here. Dirty. Dirty, Gertie. Did you get my order? Oh, did you? Well, bless your little heart. I got in somewhere at 95.56. How did we do that? You haven't been down there yet. Was it over? We wasn't over here. Was it? Where is that? Oh, crap. Oh, it was over here. Okay, yeah, okay. It's a break. Probably the retest. I believe it was the retest. So I'm in a long on some contracts or one contract. One whole whopping contract. Up a whopping $4. Gosh darn it. But there's something over there. It takes your money out every night and puts it over to another portion of your account from the derivatives. That's weird. That's what Coinbase does. If this is true, we're getting a higher low over here that has got a little bit of angle to it, and that's worth watching right there. Now, we did it over here, but ended up coming over anyway. I don't know what's going to happen. We go sideways for a minute. We might be going sideways for a minute. Look at these. Oh, I got to take more notes of this. We're running into this quite a bit, where you got these three moving averages, right? And you got them coming in on each other, right? From all different ways, and it just looks like something's going to blow up. They're going to run into each other, and something's going to happen, because I don't know, man. This does not look like that should be even safe. That just looks kind of... oh, snap! It looks like a crash could happen. So if I were to think, it looks like the 9's going to cross the 50. That should be a little push downy-ish. We do have, this is questionable, this area here that we're in. It's not perfect, where we're above it, below it. This area over here. Oh my gosh, is that you? I'm on the 10-second chart. What are we on? Is this oil? Oh, don't tell me you're bearish on the 10-second. I'll slap eyeballs on there. Look, it just popped up, man. Shows what you know. Bearish. Oh, we just now did it. We just now crossed. Hopefully it's not going to roll back over and come down, man. You need to respect this trend line. Oh, that's right. We still got to down here if we need to do it. But what the hell's going on over here? Hopefully what we got was the breakout retest of both trend lines, and we're going to get on our happy little asses and go up to 66, 64 or higher so daddy can buy some new shoes, right? Don't be cross and negative. What's this chop stuff you're talking? No more chop. You've done too much chop. We're done with chop. No more chop. No more chop. That 50 crosses that 100, that would be a little bearish. But bear in mind, this is only the 10-second chart, ladies and gentlemen. I got to zoom the hell out or get to something else that's not Knowles. Come over and take a look at Bitcoin one more time. Would you believe that we're at 71,000 if somebody hadn't told you, hey man, did you know we're at 71,000? Did you know that we hit 71, almost 72,000 right there, depending on what exchange that you looked at and all? Well, now you do. Sucks that you lost that trend line flag to the upside. But things do come down, especially when they lose a trend line, which we kind of pointed that out, right? So looking forward to come back down to these areas, probably retest our breakout somewhere around 7,500, 70,500-ish. I think that's close to what we said when we first started out the stream tonight, if I do remember correctly, somewhere through there. Ladies and gentlemen, this turkey needs to shut up and talk to you guys. What are we doing? Ginger. I like gingers. Won't slap you like a twisted tea, though. Fiber. Psyllium husk. That's so silly. Gonna need a lot of Dawn to clean that shit up, says PMO. Sinking tankers. So we're out there sinking the tankers, huh? How's that not going to make oil go up, man? All the barrels that they've been releasing, I mean, it's done a little bit to help, but it hasn't really, it's not put that much, we're still in the 90s. There's gosh darn mines. So I'm just wondering, now call me crazy, but I'm just kind of wondering, right? Because they got that whole Strait of Hormuz thing that I think looks kind of like it looks like a little pacifier. I don't know. You got this little thing over here. It looks like a little pacifier. And if I'm not mistaken, whereas this is my artistic interpretation. So, but you got that little thing going over here. But I see on the news or something, I'm seeing all these little dots and boats coming over here like they're going to the little ports. And then I'm seeing all these dots and boats coming over here. So it looks like they don't go through there anyway, right? They just kind of go through here and then come on. That's what I see. That's where I see the traffic. And I'm just like, well, you know, this is the 21st. There's the 21st or 22nd. It's one of them far-fetched century ideas in the future. We have AI and crap right now. And I'm just thinking, man, I just need a really fast-ass way, either A, to get cargo from one side to the other, whether that takes the whole ship and slaps it across in some kind of suction tunnel like you see at the teller banks for the kids that grew up in the 80s. That was the new technology. So I read in history books. That looks like a condom. Anyway, like a tube, or you wouldn't have to build a canal. That would be one I do. But I think they need 2 miles on each side, like maybe 2 miles in the middle. So you got like a 6 mile wide thing. If they do it how they do it over here, they wouldn't probably need that 2 miles in the middle, would they? Probably wouldn't even need 2 miles across. I don't know. They could do it efficiently, I think. And you could have boats that come over here, unload, and then have a fast method of it where it's shipped over to the other side, right? I mean, I'm sure they got something nice, but there should be something really technical that just moves really freaking fast. Bullet train freaking fast. Why aren't you rich old bastards out there doing that stuff? And then load them up on the little boats over here so it can go. But and you say, hey, screw you, Iranians, and that Hormuz bomb crap. We're tired of your little drones and bombing bomb crap stuff. We got a whole new thing. But they probably come over and try to bomb it too, right? I don't know. That's just me kind of guessing. We got 20 people hanging out, and we're not even looking at a chart right now. Bitcoin disappeared on me, man. Oh, there you are. You're at $71,176 right now. Thank you.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
For some good-ass coffee. All right, so here we working our way down. We found some support on the 50. Now, that would be a good place to find support to carry our trend if it wants to like respect the angle. Maybe it does. I don't know. A little early to tell. But she could just lose that and come on down to our 100 moving average area there. If we're applying the moving average strategy without having to break out the fibs and get all technical and looking and whatnot and stuff. Uh-oh, here's the song. Let me come over to the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Super Rich says, Ave Medina. Super Moist. Are we talking about cake? Suction channel sounds dangerous. I don't know. It made me tingle thinking about it right there, the way you phrased it. Ave says, Road Dog Crypto Music. New bars, new beats, new money moves. Lyrics built for hustlers, traders, and crypto believers. Stream everywhere. YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, and Pandora. And that is true. What can you share about liquidity pools on different chains? I have not really kept up with liquidity pools. I mean, used to it was more of a DeFi thing, get your DeFi protocols and stuff. Now I think they do kind of pool things even across DeFi platforms, kind of like the Dexes do. Like kind of how Citadel and what do they call clearinghouses and stuff. I don't know, man. What? How they're starting to finagle that stuff now. It's a little bit different. I mean, it's still a lot the same, I think, from... I haven't done DeFi lately. I was doing the pairs and everything, but I never... Other than the rewards, the steady thing of rewards, I didn't see that it was much of anything more than a slow drain from whatever you put in there. You got a little bit more than this, then a little bit more than that, but still, you couple that in with a dollar value, and then you got 3 variables sometimes on 2 tokens with the dollar value of token value against token value or whatever. But there's a lot of freaking slippage and what they call, what do they call that? Perpetual loss. Yeah. Perpetual as in that shit keeps it going. And I left some things up for a long, long time. And there was always something that would happen. An exploit, a token would change their name. That screws things up. A pool would change. That would always piss me off. Suddenly a pool would change. And if you weren't keeping up with it, then you were still in the old pool and you were just there left when nothing else was there. And then you're like screwed. Or some exploit. I don't know. There's all kinds of things that can go wrong. And depending on if it's, if it's a major thing, it's usually okay. But if it's some of these smaller dexes and smaller coins and smaller pools, then sometimes they're gone. And if something bad happens, and what if the token's okay but they have an exploit or a rug pool, that pool's worthless too. So I like staking a little bit more than I do pools actually anymore. And I don't really try to do the DeFi as much, but they made it sound like it was the shizzle where you were just making money hand over fist. And at one time it was. I remember when I got into osmosis, you'd always hear the stories about these new places. You had to get in early. And I was like, I was never in early, but I was in early for osmosis. And that crap was for weeks was putting out for it was dropping down. It started somewhere like 10,000% return as you stake these things. By the time I got in, I found out it was about 8,000, 6,000. When I got everything set up to go in, I think it's about 4,000, and I kind of wrote it down from there. But even that little bit, I was like, oh hell, that built up that Osmos bag and all those coins. That was the shizzle. But that was just to get it all started. And then as the more people came in, the interest rates, they self-adjust, and now they're like, oh man, this is kind of boring AF. You already do WTI, says Diaz. Might have missed it. I did, but I don't mind taking another look at it. I'm looking at it as nulls. I still got to edit this song. This one should end a lot earlier. All right, let's. This is like on the 6 minute. I watch it on the small ass time frames. But basically, we got a big ass trend line that's holding so far. And so I've been playing it, actually been playing on the 10-second chart. And she's just been more sideways all day. She just lost, did you lose a trend line? I think she finally lost that trend line. And that dang 382 Fibonacci again, right? Is that the same one? That's a different one. What was this, a breakout of? Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. We had a breakout. You gotta zoom out. Remember, we're on the 10-second. So yeah, we had that nice little breakout. Right now, we're retesting the breakout prices. I finally get to do an example. It's crazy, I know. All right, I got 2 touches over there. Let me see if I can line that up a little bit just to prove it. Just to give an example of a point that I talk about a lot, but I never have anything to show for it. So I'm just lining up my trend line over here from the wick top to that wick top, and I think there's a little bit of space over here, but we just bring it on over here. But as a general rule, and depending on how you have it drawn, because I mean there will be variations, right? Your trend lines can be a little subjective, where they're going to be difference, or there's going to be variations in everybody's trend lines. But a general rule of thumb is wherever it does break out, that area is a good place for it to come back and retest. And so I pull it down to here, it definitely does, but for what we had up originally, it came down a little lower, but what it did on this, after we drew it from wicks to wicks, it came back and actually retested the trend line area. A little bit lower than what we'd like, but that's common, that happens. We got some volume over here with it on the 10-second chart, so maybe we'll get a little fake out as it climbs back up in here. Climb on back in here, all. I know you like to fake everybody out, you little dirty bastard. Do I have a stop loss or something? Did you get me out? Oh, hell, I'm still up. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. I got in, like, over here somewhere. Cool. All right. It's good when you can get to a point, when you get outside of a range and you get on a trend. It's good, like, after you get an entry, especially if you're around the bottom of the trend line. That's why I like to do it. You can get away from it a lot easier, right? And then at some point, your bottoms, you're like, every every higher low that you're getting, you're like, I'm still up, baby. I like this. We're gonna let it run. Yeah, you want to be able to let it run. I like it when they can run. It feels good. But it's hard to layer out. Yeah, I'm trying to decide, man. You don't get as much traction on an oil unless something bad happens, then it just wants to take off, right? But when to take profits, if you want to wait for the bigger moves or try to take more of the little scalps on it. I believe I might have better luck on some of the scalps. Man, you coming down now. What you doing? Don't you come down to my price point. Oh, I know how you is. I know what you do. I seen you play them stupid little whale games. Go flush out them markets, try to just scare everybody out. Drop it down, then just take right back off. I see what you do. Go up, touch the top, and then act like everything's good, like you're going to keep going, and then drop like a rock, like forever, and don't stop. I've seen you. I peeped you out, man. You volatile. You got an attitude. You got an anger management problem, I believe. Hey, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this was that little eyeball dude that we were talking about earlier. Like, hey, man, we don't really want to see this guy play out. Remember this little guy? I don't know if I actually drew eyeballs on him or not. But this little guy with the little pinhead, that could get nasty now. I don't trust them little bastards at all. And they've got kind of an extensive measure move, which is really like a 1-to-1 move from the whole whole thing. And that's kind of suggesting we might see 95.42, which is... Hey, that's about a dime less than where I bought it at, so don't do that. That'll piss me off. Don't stop me out and play all those stupid ass games. That'll piss me off. Actually, my stop loss is still... I haven't moved my stop loss up. It's down way lower. Give her some room to freaking breathe. But this is WTI or Knowles, same thing. No, I'm looking at Knowles, but it's WTI, sweet crude oil, over on Coinbase. And on the 10-second chart, and I see we broke my trend line. I'm looking at it sideways. Got a death cross over here. These things are looking, she's all wild. Hopefully we're going to continue our little trend of higher highs and higher lows after this little local stuff gets all sorted out. And I guess we could figure out where she's coming down to. I probably want to know this for after the stream. When I'm saying, okay, 382, great area I want to see. So I'm not mad at it if it wants to break my trend line just to come back down here and get back into my trend line. That's the scenario I want to see. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for me now? Or is this going to be a rollover and come down here? That's what I don't want to see. But what I would normally expect after we break that trend line. So if we can get a bounce off of this 382, it's this one right here, not the other. Confuse me. This one right here. It can take us up to these two areas over here. $97 area. 97.13, 97.34 is what I've got. As long as we don't come down any further than this area right here, right? That nullifies it. So you need to do your little bear trap idea and let's go in our happy ass way, all right? I'm just saying. What are you doing below that 200 moving average anyway? That's bearish. Don't be doing that. Don't you be doing that rolling over stuff, man. We just told you. We just talked to you. She's rolling over. She's not listening. This one doesn't listen. This one doesn't listen. Send this one back for a refund. Draga said there's no refunds. I'm hoping for a little curvaceousness going on here. Can you curve for us? Maybe I just like to see a bunch of curve. Is that what it is? I just see some. I just see some curvaceousness. I'm gonna leave that there just to see what happens. It gets out of that little range. I'm kind of curious about that. Oh man, imagine that if it stays in this little range. Oh, that sucks again. Please don't suck again, oil. Just go up a little bit and then you can go down after you get rid of your whatever. You got this nice big ass double bottom after you got this other big ass double bottom right over here on the 10-second chart. And a nice little W right here. Very nice one. Take the measured move and it got us. She went up a little higher. Yeah, measured moves aren't totally perfect, but they'll get you right there. So you can't bitch about it. All you got to do is get paid. So it went up a little bit higher, 96.21 rather than 96.02. Oh my God! But then we got this bigger one. Remember this line here? We got this bigger one over here. That's kind of cool. It's lower low. Look at that head and shoulder. I don't see a neckline at all. I see a higher high and a higher low is all I'm seeing out of that. But I will try this double bottom idea and want to go for the big old gusto measure move down here. Just put it right on top of our neckline. Maybe put our neckline a little bit more precise there. Maybe take my measurement a little bit more precise there, I guess, since I straighten out my neckline. There we go. And that suggests areas that we have not seen, but is our magical negative 113 Fibonacci. I like that. Make sure I got my fib on. Yep. And that's right by our 618 too. Curious. Put my little white line there. All right, 9680 area is what I'm looking for. If this thing will stop going the hell down, what are you doing now? Listen, we just had this conversation. I thought you were with the program. North is where you're supposed to. The banana. I know what you need. I got you, baby. I got you all right here. Come on and get you some. Oh, look, did you? Sean, is Viagra, is it water soluble or oil soluble? Because oil had a really quick reaction to it. I mean, look at that. It doesn't work that fast for me. I mean, I've never taken this, but I've never worked this fast for Grandpa. what I'd hear him say. Right? I don't know. What the hell? I thought it was water soluble. Well, I guess we learned something about Pfizer. That's it. Whoa. There's some after effects if you mix it with oil. Whoa. We got lit candles over here. I don't think you got the memo about how this works. Maybe it will take a delayed response here. That Ichimoku cloud looks brutal. That looks brutal. Are you really going to roll over on us? On the 10-second chart. Here you go. Here, take some of this. You need some of it. Come on, oil. Come on, oil. Yeah, I know you want it. Make this big old wick count. Come on. Oh, no, I didn't mean come down and don't. No, this is not a wick contest. We're not trying to measure the wicks. No. Yeah, we're gonna tell you how we like the little short wicks, the little short purple wicks. They're the favorites for the ladies, from what I hear. The green ones are the real favorites. Actually, they like the long green ones. Yeah, I didn't mean to. You're just a short green one. Well, I'm just going to shut up. I just keep pissing Bitcoin off, and it just keeps dropping on me. I think I ended it. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, that's about all I got other than altcoins trying to go up. This is the top gainers and everything over the past little bit that since we've been over here talking. FET, are you still a thing? Artificial super intelligence with weren't you Ocean Protocol and AGI and of course FET? Weren't you like supposed to be ASI? And then now I don't know what the hell happened to you guys, but y'all died, never become of anything. I remember you guys. Go AI, right? You're the suckiest AI coins after all that. It's like Chat GPT, just like, oh, they're actually really doing something over there, and they're not vaporware like we are. Damn. I mean, I don't know if they're vaporware or not, but hell, they're. You don't hear much about it anymore. Gosh darn it! Stop the bleed out, dude. Now you're back to where I got in at. You're going to, or near it. You want to piss me off. Oil. Donald Trump, you got to quit selling that oil, mister. Stop it. Stop selling that oil. At least do. Just kicking in. Man, that sucks. Sucks when you break a trend line and then it wants to go down. Like, oh my gosh, why can't you just break a trend line and just go right back in it? It's like trend lines actually work or something. That's stupid. Told you that little sucker could be kind of nasty on that 10-second. Mr. Badhead. I tell you, he's a mean little bastard. He's even longer than what we thought. And I was... There, look at that. It go deep. The little pinhead Batman. You're still going. All right, listen, dude. You're starting to get my. Are you in my stop loss area? Dude, man, you need to chill the hell out. Oh hell no. Well, here we go again. Well, thank you, Donald Trump, for unleashing all that strategic reserve so that they can dump the hell out of oil at us from 96. That is kind of expensive, but gosh darn it. I just asking for 96.80. Actually, I was asking for 98. But that's not cool. Technically, you got a higher low. Look at that. You had the breakout. You come back in. Now we're back in the pattern. That crap is invalid, and it would kind of suck if we're going to come all the way back down to $93 and come back to this lower trend line. Well, that changed real quick, didn't it? All on the 10-second chart. What else we got saying that we can get back up here? 200 moving average, 300, 600, crossed over to 800. We can get back up through here. I don't know that we'll get a higher high. We might get a lower high, but we can get back up here at least to do that. Guess I'm going to take this old banana off the 10-second chart on oil and come back over and look at Bitcoin on the 10-second chart. Oh my gosh, what'd you do? Did you dump again? Are you still dumping? The people that actually shorted over here, if they still got their short open, and you're coming up toward the stop losses there, isn't you? And if they get the lucky treatment like we just see oil have on the 10-second chart, that's where we saw this little guy right here. Boom, shaka. Is that what we're getting? Oh no, you didn't keep on going after this breakout. You're coming back down. You're starting to look like the bat pattern. You made that higher high, mister. Just enough to confuse us. Oh my God, what would happen if you dumped to the downside? I'm looking for this, these two guys. If that were to happen. So we're looking at a possible, if you zoom out, looks like a double top scenario going on right here for Bitcoin right now. Let us zoom out on Bitcoin. I mean, it is technically higher, but it's also got the little pinhead. Don't trust them little bastards. The little Batman signal. This one's just, man, you do look like the Batman signal. All you need to do is just have this part over here, and we got you. This one and that one. And is this what we're gonna look like? I don't know. I'm gonna leave that there. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see what goes on tomorrow. Happy Thursday, everybody. As every freaking day is Thursday, and somehow I'm thinking that for some reason tomorrow's going to be Thursday too. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. See you on the next one. Happy trading. And to the end screen, Tonto. Very crude. Loki's Angels, good to see you. How have you been?
On the screen last night, tiny little wick, but you burn so bright. You took me higher.
Hey, listen, none of you guys owe me a thing. I'm honored and privileged to have you here. I really do appreciate you guys for showing up and hitting the like button and comments and all that good stuff, whatever you guys do out there. Just even being here, even if you don't say anything in the chat, if you're here watching, I mean, I'm honored to have you here. Whether you can be here every day or not, I don't get mad. I'm just happy whenever I get to see y'all. I'm like a dog. I'm just happy to see you. I'll lick your face too. Or like a cat. I don't have whiskers on my tongue though. That's kinky. Oh, we didn't look at ladies. My bad. One ladies, 4 hour. Dirty, dirty, dirty. She's on the downside. Still in this range, basically, though. That's trend line's not looking a little suspect now. Maybe it will hold, maybe it won't. Maybe it'll flat back up here. Maybe it'll come down to this area we're talking about. Possible lower high situation come in. Need a higher low. Still looking good overall. For momentum, I believe.
Chance out.
we sure can. Might as well take a quick look at it now, since I saw the comment. This is not Loki 1000 though. I wasn't thinking about it. Oh, it's... That reminds me of what Ladies did earlier. We were watching Ladies in a rounded bottom. We was watching Ladies form a rounded bottom and it broke out, but then it got back in it, right? Or it's riding right underneath it, I think, right now. I wonder if this did the same thing. So I was looking for a squeeze, and again, I don't like to use these a lot unless I'm just using them for rounded bottoms, parabolics, but I always go by straight trend lines because they can be subjective. So we can do it like this now, right? Look, that looks perfect. But we were looking at this earlier, right? Now, it did do a great little bearish retest. I like this too. I use it if I can just pull it out and it forms naturally. If I have to come over here and move them, and then I'm like, well, what the hell does that mean? You make it do whatever the hell you want it to do. Look at this. Look at that. Cup and handle here. Cup and handle. But, and that's just me. I don't know. But the curved lines are an honest to gosh form of trend line. And there is rounding. I think it was just, there should be a contraction stage, and I think this is probably it. And then there should be an expansion stage if we once we actually get around bottom or near bottom area, and we're definitely near it. And then we start getting an expansion phase where it starts getting seriously. The pattern will be like a megaphone, a widening. Be flatter on this side, and price action will just start working its way up through here. And this is the fun part. But through here is when you can build up a bag. And wow, this thing is cheap compared to where it's been, right? It's all the way back down to the bottom. I mean, if Loki ever takes off again, I mean, what it did back in 2024, 1,000%, 900% gains. 1,000% gains right there. I don't know if it's going to still do that, but overall, I'd still try to look for this guy and 382. But even if it just makes it back up to the 382 over here, was at 14.0001417.4? Well, that's 400% gains right there. That's pretty much like almost a 5x.
One more high.
Not bad. And you got this bigger trend line that this thing kind of ties into right there. So you got to break out with a lack of volume there. And there's where my line is. She's had a nice little bottoming area. We can see it. Get back over that little dotted line area over there. What is that? 0.000030? If we can get about 32, just a few more ticks up. Get past there. I like it. I think it's at a possible good bottom area for accumulation, if you believe in the project. But it can get more X's from here than it can anywhere else. That's what I can say about it. It doesn't take you very much to get 100X over here, just to go back to where we were in January. I can do that. It goes back to where it was in July. What if it doesn't? What if it just, that's still 300% just to get right over here. It can do that. It can at least do that. So it's got money to be made. There's some gains to be had in it if you're patient and want to play it and believe in it. As long as it's got a good community. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being here. See you on the next one. Good night, John Boy. Jesus loves you.